repent! Jesus Christ will come again soon, and he is coming quick. Bible prophecy of the end times is quickly coming true, and Jesus Christ will come again to save those who love him and do what he said. Please, everyone, get a Bible and study the New Testament and do what it says. Would you like to hear the good news of Jesus Christ?
But Reitanna, why isn't this in a Hall of Shame video?
Because it is so ironic. I received this comment not too long ago, actually. I'm not talking about this one. The only reason why this is in spam is because I want to make sure I know where this link is. Anyway, we're talking about this one. It's because it's ironic. 1 week ago, I received this comment, and it is a perfect intro to a video that I'm about to show you that I recorded on May 19th, 2017. Now note, this video is to show the good news of Jesus Christ and why you should not follow the New Testament, and why, according to the New Testament, no one has ever gone, nor will they go, to heaven. This is not to insult people who are what I call good Christians, which know better and know that extreme Christianity, extreme religion itself, is dangerous. This is showing what exactly the New Testament considers sins, and why if you do these things, you're most likely a really, really bad person. So, if you don't want to hear it, click away. If you're curious, if you want to know, if you're a New Testament follower and you've never even read the New Testament, then I seriously suggest that you should watch this video. It's long. It's very long. Here we go.
Sup, Reitannites, Reitanna Seishin here. Somebody, on one of my long-ass rants when I said something about religion, somebody asked me, if I could show a list of, things that Christian religions think are sins. So, this is New Testament. I don't know much about the Old Testament. I don't know if it was worse or better or anything like that, but I think most modern Christian religions follow the New Testament. So, I've seen this list on a multitude of websites, but this was the one that was most, God, I say and a lot. Oh my God. Sorry. My throat's a little sore today. On a multitude of websites, but this was the most organized one, so this should be Lane. Here, as laid out by the Sin book, are the 124 sins listed in the New Testament in alphabetical order. Definitions will accompany those that are not self-evident. Though I may edit it somewhat, all definitions are taken straight from the pamphlet. For those who are interested in context, the pamphlet lists the source of each. I will not list them here, but if you want to know, email me. I'll let you know whatever information you need to look it up. On another site, at the bottom of this same list, it said, God can free you from all of the above. Will you accept him and clear your sin or something? So, let's see. If Christian religions are right, and these are indeed all sins, let's see how many of us are going to heaven and how many of us are going to hell. So, number 1, abusers of self-polluters, having unnatural lusts. So, if you have some kind of fetish, I guess, like a blood fetish, God forbid, foot fetish. Some people have some really weird fetishes, but it's like, if it's not harming somebody, then who are others who have different fetishes? Who are we to judge? So, as long as, both partners are, or multiple partners are consensual and it's not causing anybody harm. I imagine self-polluters would be self-polluters. Maybe putting things into your body that's not supposed to be there. like drugs, which I completely agree with, but unfortunately that could also cover prescription drugs. Say, like me, I'm on, let's see, I'm on lamotrigine, bupropion, Effexor. I think the generic name for it is venlafaxine or something. Trazodone, Liz, whatever. What does this bottle say?
Of course, the bottle isn't on the table.
Liz something, I don't remember. So that's five medications that my body needs. One of them's for sleep, and the other three are to help my bipolar disorder, so that I'm not a roller coaster and I'm crazy and I'm not a danger to myself and everyone else, and so that I can actually feel emotions at normal levels instead of being all like, oh my god, I broke my chapstick. Or on the other side of the spectrum, oh my god, that candle's so pretty. It's so pretty! That's an over-dramatization, obviously. The chapstick, like if I broke like a glass, that would get me, if I didn't have my medication. But since I do, I'd be like, oh well, fuck me. So, adultery. Now this is one I do agree with, only for those who have been married. I consider that cheating in any sense. If you're with somebody, and then you go seeing another person without that, your somebody's consent, that's adultery, and that's wrong. Anger. Generic anger. Oh my god, the insurance agency just dropped me because of a pre-existing condition. This is before 2014 and possibly in our near future. I'm so angry because I have a heart condition and I'm going to die unless I get this treatment, but my insurance won't cover it and I don't have the money. That is a justifiable reason to be angry, but if you do, you're going to hell. Backbiters. Those who speak evil of those who are absent. Well, some people are evil people. Speak evil of those who are evil. What about rapists? What about murderers? What about abusive parents? Banqueting, a drinking party. Now, personally, I don't support drinking alcohol at all. I wish that prohibition had worked. But in general, for people who are responsible drinkers, as much as I, can say you shouldn't be drinking, if they're responsible, then this shouldn't be a problem. Becoming a stumbling block to a weak brother through our liberty. Taking liberty to do things without thinking of the effect on a weaker brother's conscience. What? So, if I'm correct, now correct me if I'm wrong, this would mean, say, if somebody did something to somebody who was weaker, like say somebody got in a car crash, and they were, this is actually a personal thing, and they were traumatized by it, making it so that riding in a car is extremely nerve-wracking and causes anxiety attacks. Being too close to another car in front of you causes anxiety attacks, and cars in general are just frightening. And then somebody else goes, oh, get over it, and shoves them into a car and takes them out somewhere. That's going to have, but then it says weaker brother's conscience. I'm wondering if that means, hey, let's go tag the bridge near the library. Oh, but I don't think that's a good idea. Well, we're gonna go do it anyway. Peer pressure. So I'm thinking that maybe instead of it taking, it being a get over it aspect, I think it's peer pressure, which is not good. So yeah, it could have been worded, becoming a stumbling block to a weaker brother through our liberty. Being angry with one's brother. Expressing unkind thoughts or actions toward others. Now, how can we not, when the others we are expressing unkind thoughts to or actions are bad people? I mean, if you confronted a rapist and you just saw them do it to somebody and they had no way to defend themselves, but you did, maybe you have a pocket knife or something, Just in case. I mean, are you not going to go up to that person, male or female, because females can be rapists too? Are you not going to go up to them and start beating the shit out of them? The knife is there just in case they're strong. But come on. Seriously. Bitterness. Let's see. I am bitter about my health care being in jeopardy because of the actions of our president. I am bitter toward the people who had ruined my childhood and made it very difficult to lead an adult life. I am bitter toward myself for being unable to control my obsession of pulling out my hair and picking at my skin. That everybody is bitter about something, and this bitterness comes from reason. Blasphemy. Fuck, shit, cunt, shit, fucking blast, buzz, Reitanna, there are more curse words than that. Damn it, hell, Reitanna, you usually speak like a fucking sailor. I know. When I'm put on the spot, it's like, blasphemy. So, whatever. Maybe you're just blasphemous, That could be a bad thing, but that could be it's not really that much of a problem thing. I mean, when I curse, it's not just, at people, because I never harm other people unless they have shown harm first. But I do just speak the way I speak. If I'm in a situation where cursing is not appropriate, then that's when I will censor myself. But otherwise, speaking the way you speak is just speaking the way you speak. Seriously. Boasting. I had cancer, and I got a treatment that actually not cured it, because there's no cure for any of the cancers. I kicked it, I guess. I'm allowed to boast about me kicking cancer. Or, I just got the lead part in the community play. I'm playing, or one of the lead parts, I'm playing Jean Valjean in Les Mis. That's something to boast about. You're proud. You can be proud about good things. I painted a picture, a huge picture, just because I wanted to, and it was seen by an art dealer, and now I have my, I'm getting ready to have my own art gallery. That is something to boast about, because that is good, that is positive, that's an accomplishment. Brawling, so fighting. In some cases, they say violence isn't the answer, but in some cases, it's probably the only way to save the situation. Like, if you're kidnapped, well, what are you gonna do? If you have the ability to fight, do it. Brother going to law against brother. No definition given, so I'll wing it. Bringing legal action against another. If someone has a better definition, please let me know. Now, if this is the actual definition, okay, well, let's take Apple. Like, let's play off of Apple. I'm the owner of a highly successful technology chain that delves in computers, software, hardware, phones, and MP3 players, such and such. And this person took my logo and has been producing their own carbon copies of my company's stuff. I'm going to sue them, because that's copyright infringement. That's you got to stop people from being bad people. You're going to take legal action against somebody if they have done you wrong, if they have broken the law and it directly affects you. Burying our talents, not making wise use of what God gave us. Now that counteracts boasting. If I got the part of Colette in Les Mis or something, I'm not allowed to boast about it, but I also shouldn't be modest about it. Not making use of it would be not doing it to your best ability. If you're great at acting, then you're going to give it all you got. And you're going to feel good about giving it all you got, which is a form of pride. So, and you're going to tell other people that you felt really good about this, that you were really proud of your acting. It's not a self-centeredness thing. It's not narcissism. It's, saying, this really went well for me and I'm really happy. That's, yeah. Okay, so calling one's brother a fool, ridiculing another. This is another thing that could be bad and could be justifiable. Say, if you've got a sex offender, a pedophile sex offender, who's not going to ridicule that, that is, you're going to call him more than a fool. Chambering, unmarried people living and sleeping together. Okay. Anybody who is, has a, well, I'm not gonna say anybody who's anybody. Reitanna, we know that you aren't able to speak. Just try. Okay. So most people who are with another person or multiple people sleep together before they're married. That's a normal thing. Mike and I we've had tons of sex. We are both very perverted people, so we have our things. And, the thing is, if you're dating, you cannot get married right away because your relationship will fail. You need time to get to know this person so that you don't have to go through paperwork when you realize it's not working out. So Mike and I have been dating a little over 7 years. Are we gonna go 7 years without having sex? That's just not humanly possible, especially with, the power of lust, which apparently is a sin, but that's just nature. We're not the only ones who are lustful. That's just nature. But apparently other species of animal don't go to heaven, so whatever.